osteopathy technique, okay? What I'm doing is I'm deciding that there is a temporal bone dysfunction here, all right? And I'm deciding that it's probably rotated and going up like this. So what I'm going to be doing is moving it down on the right here. All right? The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to hook behind the ear. I'm going to put a finger right here. These two are going to kind of approximate each other. That way I have a good grip on the temporal bone. All right? Good grip. And then there's a pressure that both of those move down a little bit in this direction. Now I can just do it by holding both sides like this and then seeing. Sometimes you can motion even test that. Sometimes I'll do this, right? You just go here. There's a little bit of give here, but there's really no give on his left actually. I don't know if people have been really moving this down a lot and it's like, but it's now really almost more restricted on the other side. So what I can sometimes do is just kind of do both of them and just kind of put gentle coaching for both of them to go down and get them both down as much as they can, okay? Or more likely, and most of the time, it'll just mostly on the right, so maybe I'll just add this component to it by, don't let me move you, and then I'll just do it on this side. That's a cranial technique, cranial osteopathy, okay?
What if you just put the needles there?
You can try it. You will sometimes get motion, more often you won't. I often do the opposite side and I try. Now sometimes I will do both, first opposite and then same while I'm doing other stuff and just have him relax. And then I'll come and I'll retest it. If there's still something there, then I'll quickly do this. If it's better, that was enough. Okay. Then the other one, this one, where I'm treating his OA, and let's say I'm having him, let's say, bring your chin to chest, try not to lift your head, and chin to the ceiling, all the way to the ceiling, all the way to the ceiling, and chin to chest. Okay, I think it's harder for him to go to chin to chest, so I think he has more of a flexion restriction, okay? So, and he's turning to the left, and if I see his head turning to the left, I know he's sunbathing to the right, right? So I'm going to actually go to the opposite direction, this way, the way he doesn't want to go. And then I'm going to go gently push your chin to the ceiling, very gently. And relax. And gently rotate to the left. Very gently. What you're doing is way too much. So I would actually say, okay, just kind of barely perceptibly rotate your head to the right. That's plenty. And then you have to hold it and not let it move. It has to be an isometric contraction. You cannot allow him to move. And relax. And then I can sometimes even do just side bending. So very gently bring your right shoulder, your right ear towards your right shoulder. Very gently. And relax. And now just with your eyes look at me. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And relax. And again. And relax. So these are muscle energy. I'm using muscle to do this. And push up to the ceiling. And relax. Chin to chest. See, it's a lot straighter and it's going faster. Now, the third one, this non-specific way, that's mobilization. Okay? So I'm going to have him bring your head, come back, get your head off the table. A little more. Now I'm going to do a non-specific general mobilization for the OA. That's how you can write it down on your chart. Non-specific mobilization into OA flexion, because it's flexion that was restricted in him. To get flexion, you want to have the head more down. This is more extension at the upper head and neck joint. This is more flexion at the head and neck joint. So I'm going to bring it here, and all I'm going to do while it's here is I'm going to start going back and forth to side bending. Just relax. This is mobilization. I'm just mobilizing it.
Oh, yeah.
Upper cervical spine. Mobilizing the head and neck joint. Just relax. Let go. And notice I'm not bending the head. The head is staying straight.
Right. That's not
I'm just
bad.
translating it from this side to this side. To this side to this side. And sometimes you may want to even add a little more push down, and then one side. See, I'm doing it actually with my body. It's the easiest way. And you can just for good measure even do it into extension. Relax. And sometimes you just want to just hold it here and then just go up and down, up and down. And same here. Up and down. Up and down. This is a more restricted one. Okay, and then go back. And chin to chest. And it's definitely not rotating now, you see? So those are different techniques to achieve treatment of the upper cervical or upper OA.